results, particularly in Le Mans, coming from 18th. And the future's pretty bright in terms of HRC, and of course they'll be hoping to welcome back the superstar Marc Marquez.
Extra 15 minutes. Is it clear cut that the world champion goes through to Q2? Of course it's not. This is MotoGP 20 to go through Q1, and for one last go, what's Cal Crutchlow got left? Those piercing eyes, as ever, look likely. As Matt mentioned earlier, Rossi's chances that Petrucci's really in the mix for this either. He's really struggled.
Moving teams next year. Briefly there, Danilo Petrucci, of course, on his way to Red Bull KTM Tech 3 next season.
Bringing out everywhere, because it just seems like there must be 30 or 40 different stories in this paddock across all classes.
Aston the apprentice, no longer the apprentice now, is he? Franco Morbidelli, he's a proper, genuine star in this MotoGP World Championship, together in that Petronas Yamaha SRT garage next year. Work to do though for the Valencia 2 winner. Can he find a way? What a year they've had. Yes, the ultimate prize has alluded that they're not going to be world champions this year, but no team piece for Quartararo and Morbidelli. Can they make it a magnificent 7 here in the season finale in Portimao?
Him on circuit, Aleix, we know, can deliver great times. Now, he said yesterday he wants to finish the year with the varying lines of the Yamaha and the Aprilia there on your screen. As they come up over the hill and drop down behind those two, Tranmere, the world champion, and Lucas, I'll get it out in a moment, and Savadori
in this opening qualifying session. Franco Morbidelli, well, the man will give us our reference lap time. Closely pursued by a couple. It's going to be 1:42.92 by Morbidelli, immediately bettered marginally by Mir. He's gone
coming around the final turn behind Alex Marquez on circuit. There's the number 33 going on his first effort, 4th.
Yeah, Valentino Rossi at the moment, then starting 16th. It could be a long old race for him to end 2020, and then the 3 successive DNFs in Misano, Catalonia when he was hounding Fabio Quartararo for second, the early exit, and probably one of the toughest spells of Valentino Rossi's Grand Prix career. I'm just trying to rebuild some confidence and momentum.
Otherwise, Mir just behind Aleix Espargaro. Morbidelli's up by almost 4/10 on this lap. Now then, out of turn 14 and up towards the last turn, where the circuit just across the line for Franco Morbidelli. This will be the time to beat at 39.603 for the Italian. We'll keep an eye on whether it stays. Red Bull KTM rider Brad Binder then. This is looking like this could actually eclipse that time of Morbidelli's. Is it a 30? Not good enough for the top 2 at the moment.
Bagnaia found a bit of speed. He's got up to 7th, breathing at 9.29.
As we said in Moto 3 earlier, these are quite long laps here. So there won't be, I don't think, any 2-stop strategies going on in any of these sessions. Certainly not Q.
Those eyes are burning through a few skulls back in the time.
He's getting ready to come into pit lane for maybe a tyre switch coming up. 7th on his first attempt, so nothing going there. Champion. Further back, Bagnaia. Can't really get anything going here this weekend, Pecco Bagnaia. The words, absolutely, the phrase to use from Valencia and Pecco Bagnaia.
Absolutely. He said in that second race, after the 3 successes in a row, that Pecco Bagnaia far from the race he was expecting last weekend. No rear grip, and kind of felt obliged to fit. When you move to a factory team like he is in 2021, well, that inconsistency just won't cut it. Yeah, Morbidelli's lap time did go. It looked like it was very, very close. It was marginal. But that's now for Aleix Espargaro and Brad Binder, as you want.
Only 2 riders can progress to Q2 in the final qualifying sessions of 2020. Throughout this session, and Morbidelli, well, he's 2nd in the World Championship. Not getting through Q1 would be a disaster, but it's always been in Q2.
Well, he's got to find something now that on this second soft rear tyre, that's for sure. Moment position, Rossi up to 5th now, Mir in 6th. The world champion will certainly be hoping to have something better than 16th to work from tonight.
The same for Brad Binder, who has now inherited 2nd position as a result of Morbidelli's time being than his teammate for next year, Franco Morbidelli. New time schedule just coming into us, 20 to 3 local, 3, Q2 at 20 to 4 local time.
So they want it better than a 1:39.800, so he's got to find About half a second, to be fair to him. It's not going to be an easy task.
Only once this year has Joan Mir failed to make it through to Q2. That was Le Mans when he was 14th on the grid. I'm not quite sure why, but a few riders running it wide. Tito Rabat is good friend. I don't think he'll mind giving Tito a bit of a tow round. Fights now to get a place into Q2.
Yeah, the Mir and Rabat bromance has blossomed, isn't it? We saw on social media, drinking, I believe it was.
Hakuna Matata.
There was room for another one, wasn't there, before the year's out?
There's going to be some changes here. The lap time drop from Franco Morbidelli a moment ago is immaterial. They were all up in Sector 1.
Yeah, Aleix Espargaro's 1:39.762, all of a sudden starting to look very vulnerable. Would not have anticipated starting his Ducati farewell from 20th place on the grid.
Ooh, half a second up in Sector 2.
Second qualifying session.
Crutchlow also almost 3/10 up. Petrucci and Binder estimated the team going to have one more go at it. A bit of traffic here to deal with. Crutchlow's found time in Sector 3. Cal desperate to try and put in one last punch in this Q1 session. Morbidelli and Crutchlow are surely going to go P1 and P2.
Finding something special. There he is, he loved that. That one, 39.250. What a lap from a man who's raced. Franco Morbidelli and Cal Crutchlow are miles ahead of the chasing pack right now with 2.5 minutes remaining. Somebody's got to... He loved that, didn't he, Cal Crutchlow? Loved it. First, well, he had a front row start this year, didn't he?
Is what he used to be nicknamed. Rather apt, wasn't it, at the time? And at the moment, he's all in as things stand, and he's going to need it because he's rolling out of this. So Joan Mir is leaving it all to chance on the final lap.
When he's down in 18th place, that puts the onus on Alex Rins.
Brad Binder in contention. He's not far away. 200.
Could well be.
Oh, he's lost time now.
Binder, it's gone away in that third sector, hasn't it? So Morbidelli might be okay here.
Look at these guys. You're not cruising, but unfortunately that's the line you've got to take.
Yeah, there's nothing else he could do, is there? You can't be on the outside of the circuit and cut the cross.
After this, he's so close. The 39.4 was not far away, but he's got to find another couple of tenths
to get him into Q2. As it stands right now, yes, no dramas. What's Brad Binder got left late on here? Then this is Bellick trying to debrief with his crew chief Ramon Picada, while also continuing to keep an eye on the timing screens to see if he's in sectors 2 and 3. How's he got on this time around? Deep now into absolutely brilliant. Now then, sector 3 was a bit of a problem for him last time around. If he nails this one, Morbidelli's in trouble.
Second in the World Championship, and it's gone for Mir.
Now then, what about Brad Binder? Brad Binder is the man we need to watch right now. It's over for Joan Mir. Brad Bessartigo is right now very, very nervous indeed. Here comes Joan Mir. Checkered flag is out. Mir, having won the world title, comes Brad Binder. Is Binder going to bump Morbidelli out of the top 2? No, he doesn't. Whoa! Morbidelli survives by the skin of his neck.
There's a big sign.
Yeah, you can keep the helmet on, Frankie. Your afternoon's not over just yet.
Good effort, really. What on earth went wrong there? The world champion will be starting from 20th, which is easily his worst qualifying of the
Rossi early on as well. So, not the way that he would have wanted to have started his reign as MotoGP world champion through from the pack. So, there is Shinichi Sahara, Team Suzuki MotoGP project leader. What a job he has done. Young riders, but Sahara-san, he'll be delighted with the performance of his Suzuki men this year.
But Cal Crutchlow, if it says that at the end of Q2, there'll be some serious celebrations.
That's a lovely little touch, isn't it?
You just know, Matt, in these next 15 minutes that Cal Crutchlow is just going to get all it. Detach the kitchen sink.
The relationship since 2015. Cal Crutchlow was the first man to win in MotoGP for LCR.
I'm not sure if he's seen it yet.
Somebody needs to give Cal a little tap on the shoulder.
Let's quickly catch up now.
Good morning, Cal. What do you think of the difference?
Well, yeah, we are very happy. It's not finished yet, you know.
Yeah, thanks to Lucio. I'm sure he'll be keeping his fingers crossed so they can keep that P1 on that pit board for Q2 as well, because what a surprise.
What a surprise. Big 15 minutes then coming up for Cat's wife, to Willow, his beautiful daughter. And lots of cycling, no doubt, on the way as well.
Yeah, and he's still got a Q1. Joined in that second qualifying session by the man second in the championship right now, Franco Morbidelli, just missing out Binder, Aleix Espargaro. Yeah. First world champion for Suzuki in 20 years. He's starting from P20 in tomorrow's Portuguese Grand Prix. 22nd, replacing Iker Lecuona.
ready now for Q2. The final qualifying session of 2020 is on the way here live. They're measured in fractions of seconds coming up. The wind has picked up since riders in the party that would dearly love to be pole, including this man, Kualifikasi, who was pole, of course, a couple of races ago. I'm sure hopeful of a charge through the pack tomorrow. Brad Binder will start the Grand Prix from 13th. He's with Simon in pit lane.
Yeah, can you tell us what happened? Maybe that last sector?
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't
an idea what conditions are like out there at the moment?
definitely the grip is a step up from what it has been all weekend.
Brad, thank you very much for your time. Best of luck tomorrow.
Thank you.
Thanks very much to Brad Binder.
He's going to get his gloves off tomorrow. The Rookie of the Year prize on the line. He wants a strong finish to what's been an excellent rookie season.
If it was Dobby, it would be a turn up for the book. It was qualifying, not really his forte, but it would be a nice story.
It really would. He's not in a pole position. Attack mode for the last time in 2020. Franco Morbidelli, who's going to be relieved just to be a participant in this session.
Cal's gone out there with a hard rear on. I'd imagine he's not got too many softs going. Hopefully he's got one left for the second run so he can charge
through now to Miguel Oliveira. He will be sending home fans wild in their living rooms around Portugal if he does manage to get with 100,000 fans and their man, their superstar hero, fighting for pole position. It would have been an electric atmosphere.
They're punchy and the roof would come off if Miguel Oliveira was on pole.
So as he did in Q1, it's going to be Franco after coming through that opening 15-minute session.
Pole last time, of course, before winning the race in Valencia.
That one available soft tyre left for a late time attack here.
Dobby not even had a front row start. He laps much quicker than that. They will not be pole position laps, and already there's been better. Johan Zarco at 39.9.
Will it's going to be him today as he fights for pole position. Fabio Quartararo, normally so explosive on soft tyres, not so over the last kiss.
Vinales has got a good lap running here. He'll challenge for P1 in the early stages, of course. Both he and fastest at 39.8, but I think that's about to be bettered by Vinales.
Yeah, and what about Alex Rins? That right shoulder for that crash at turn 8 yesterday. Rins slots himself onto the second row in 6. What about Maverick Vinales? Top gun goes, top Ferraro.
So this is on the medium rear from Franco Morbidelli. He's almost 4/10 up and Zarco flying as well. This is going to be challenging for the fastest time of the weekend so far from the number 21. And that would be awesome on a medium.
What a time, 1:39.245. Well over 4/10 clear of Vinales.
Zarco goes second, 13 likewise. Miguel Oliveira 3/10 off, but we'll stay with Miller for now. The Pramac Ducati rider. He's got a bit more engine, hasn't he? Miller, is he going to pole? Is he going to set the fastest lap of the weekend? Not quite, just missing out, 39.3.
Oliveira goes his man.
Quartararo decides to head straight into pit lane. That lap gone. Is he going to keep this one going? He is. Now this could move him up into 4th spot. Will it get him on the front row?
Cross like a front row, not had one since Aragon 1. Couple of attempts he's got to find to get himself in contention with Fabio Quartararo. Oof. Well, he was nearly on the deck, that's what happened. Big front.
Enough to challenge Morbidelli for pole.
He was brilliant in FP4 early on this afternoon. Kualifikasi OPM to top spot now then. Drives now through the final corner. Tries to get all that extra horsepower they found the KT2 through the top 6 men, covered by just under 4/10.
I wonder how Nakagami's feeling. No time set for the Japanese rider.
Already nursing a bit of finger damage and pain from yesterday. And that earlier crash at turn 4 again, second of the weekend for him, is not
a qualifying session. We do expect, when things get back to normal, when he is a Yamaha test rider, to see him back for a play from time to time, though. Franco Morbidelli with a medium rear tyre is on pole ahead of Miller and Zarco.
The guy only just came out of Q. Can he rediscover his Midas touch in qualifying? It's deserted him of late, as we said. He's not had a pole himself since Aragon. No front rushes.
Dobby exits pit lane, 7th at this moment. That would be his best since Le Mans. Jack's not had a pole, of course, since Argentina.
It's a bit like Valencia, this, isn't it, where we saw year-old motorcycles looking really good.
That's some stories to tell.
I think if those two, in retirement, decide to release books, the lawyers have been pretty busy. That's 2019 2018 Ducati on the front row in third place. A little bit like Valencia, wasn't it, where it was very much...
Jack's going to throw everything at his lap and let Carl time around.
Yeah, I was then wondering exactly the same thing. Thanks, probably more than happy that it's Cal Crutchlow. They are that close.
That would be a proper turn-up, wouldn't it? Turn 4, this has called him out a couple of times already this weekend. A couple of real painful bashes on that left hand as well. It's going to be a long, long race.
Heads out on circuit, Pol Espargaro just waiting. Paul Trevathan there on the right. They've decided it's time to go. Fuggling. Yeah. A shake of the head there. Quartararo's up in sector 1. He's not had a front row since his pole position in Le Mans. Frenchman powering out of turn 5 as his teammate starts his next flying lap. On the approach over the bump on the exit of turn 8. How is he looking? Not far away.
Estimated P4.
Cal Crutchlow's up in sector 1, by the way. We'll come back to that in a minute.
He's got to be behind Jack. Also putting together another good lap too. His fight for pole's not over yet as well.
This will be so close for quite a few occasions this weekend. How is he getting on? Over the line he comes, over the hill.
Crutchlow's not had a pole position since Jerez 2018. He's on course for it right now, still fighting for the front row. Franco
that, where is it? Because if
yellow
it's
flags
in front of people, then yellow flags will be out.
Turn 8. He's already sitting on pole position. Is he going to increase his advantage? He certainly is. A 1:39, 1:41, and right behind Morbidelli, Crutchlow and Bradle. If you had that on an accumulator, well done. Still 2.5 minutes remaining.
Stefan Bradle, credit he gets.
His last front row was the Saxon Ring back in 2014. His home Grand Prix. I think that was a race where he started.
Vinales goes forth, but what about Quartararo and Oliveira? Will it change? Here comes the Portuguese rider. No, 6th at the moment, but still a couple of
in the last pole position of the season as well. He's trying to make it a Petronas Yamaha SRT 1-2. At the moment, it's advantage his teammate. He's on the front row, 1:39, 1:99.
600 covering the top 4 riders. Morbidelli is up in sector.
Franco Morbidelli, this is the only soft tyre he's had at his disposal in this session, and boy, is he making it work. Is he making on the Pramac Ducati? Here is Morbidelli then, out of the final corner. He's already on pole. Is he improving that lap time? Or getting a 38?
Very close for Jack Miller. Miguel Oliveira is always going for as well. Number 34, 35 points out. Cal Crutchlow at the one. Jack Miller, no pole since Argentina 2018. He goes second, he misses out.
And what about Miguel Oliveira? Is there going to be off the front row in his farewell appearance for LTR Honda? Home fans will be going wild at home right now. Oliveira, is he on the front row?
Send the Portuguese fans crazy with this. Will it be beaten? It's not over. Pol Espargaro is up by a 10th.
Could be breaking Portuguese hearts here right now. Quartararo, best he can hope for. He's got one more lap. Has he got any more life through that first sector? Miguel Oliveira on pole with a 38.892. And here comes Pol Espargaro. He's still up by over a 10th.
Yet, here in Portugal, you just knew Pole would throw everything it is. His final outing.
Lost time in the third sector, Stephen.
ATM on the front row. The checkered flag is out. It looks like Miguel Oliveira is going to have his first ever pole in MotoGP.
Stories in this amazing 2020 World Championship. Has Pol Espargaro found anything in this final sector? Is he going to deny Miguel Oliveira?
That's going to threaten. This is going to be a historic day for Mount Miguel here in Portugal. Across the line for Maverick Vinales, for KTM and particularly Tech 3. Here in Portugal, who wrote the script? Miguel Oliveira is on pole.
To end up the season on such a great place, but you can imagine there is a lot of pressure on Miguel.
But definitely it's quite hard to pass around here, so being on the front row is going to be key for tomorrow's race.
Another great job.
Then got Miller third in that session, just over a 10th clear of Cal Crutchlow. There's that awesome shot.
Finally, I almost get this pole position, and I'm really happy. Thanks again to the team; they've been working quite well. We went on the wrong path, but
for when you, it's nice to do the first pole here in Portugal, but still, we want to finish.
Race here tomorrow, and he's well placed to do so. He's got a threat in the hands of.
For a 1:38, we got a 1:38 from 2 men, the top 2 men in that section. Oliveira then from Franco Morbidelli was 7th with Vinales and Pol Espargaro on that 3rd row. Alex Rins 10th. He's won from 10th before this year in Aragon. He's ahead of Nash Factory Yamaha. Farewell will start from 17th place, and there it is, the world champion Joan Mir, way down the rankings.